Thank you for joining the Bfree team. What we have for you today is a short 20 to 30-minute presentation. And just before we get started, I'm really glad that somehow this presentation has come across your lap, because there's a reason for it. And someone that you've met along the way has seen something in you and said, well, guess what, you might resonate with what these guys are doing. And realistically, just to share my story quickly, about 12 to 24 months ago, I was working as a health professional, and I thought I knew a lot of things about how to impact people and how to really empower people with their health. But realistically, I became quite run down and fatigued and tired, and I got to a stage where I was a health professional without my health, and that was a real paradox for me. That we've got these systems and processes set in place, but they just don't seem to be working. And then I guess comes into the part of creating time freedom and financial freedom to do the things you love doing, because life is for living. Life, you want to find a way to be healthy, and you want to find a way to share that with others, and really collaborate and have an impact in this world. So just to get a real cool insight into what we're doing here at Bfree and this collaborative network we have of over 10,000 people, just have a quick look at a YouTube link, and it's called Alan Watts, If Time and Money Were No Object. And just for you, I guess all I want you to do is stay open and just take the information as it comes. And the aim is to create this presentation just to give you informed choice, so that you have an opportunity to see what we see, and you too can do what we've done in the last 12 months. And the fact that we've got young social entrepreneurs from all around the world, some under the age of 25, some over the age of 50, it just says that anybody can do this. So I'll respect your time and I'll get straight into it. Now, this quote, I'm not sure if it resonates with you, but it definitely did with me. So this is just a quote from the Dalai Lama, and he talks about how man or woman, he sacrifices his health in order to make money. And then he sacrifices his money in his old age to recuperate his health. And in the process, he's so anxious about the future that he never gets a chance to enjoy the present. And the result being that he never actually got a chance to live in the present or the future, and he lives as if he's never going to die, but then dies as if he's never really lived. So just let that sit with you for a second, because there was a really important document I saw, which was the 5 regrets of the dying, and it's another great thing you can have a look at on Google. But it seems that the same regrets that most people have come down to never really grasping their life and taking it with their own hands and doing the things they love doing. We also realize at Bfree that it's free, and I'm not sure if you can relate to this, but just think about how much time you spend at home with your kids and your family. Most of us spend more time with our co-workers at work than we do with the people we really care. It has this great quote about what normal is now, and we want to challenge this, because at the moment normal is getting dressed in clothes that you buy for work and driving through traffic in a car that you're still paying for. In order to get to the job, you need to pay for the clothes and the car and the house you leave vacant all day so you can afford to live in it. And I always remember traveling down some of the richest streets in the world and just seeing these mansions which are completely vacant with these beautiful sunsets. And I guess that really resonated with me as well. So why collaborate with Bfree? Why get involved with our network and our group of people? And I guess it's because we believe in the empowerment of women and men from around the world to live an awesome life of choice, that financial independence and also good health, so that you and they can truly make a difference in this world, and as a result creating a legacy of contribution through your individual passions and purposes. So just think, what would you have? Where would you live? Who would you want to help? What would you do, and who would you be if you could do and be whatever you wanted to be? Because our group is for open-minded and freedom-loving people who are health conscious or want to be, who have a serious burning desire to make change in their life and around the world. So where does Bfree fit in with you and where you are in your life? And I completely understand that we all have life, and life gets in the way. So imagine if it didn't. Imagine if you got to do things and everything was integrated, and you were able to get involved with a group of people where you could become health conscious and really empower yourself from within. And in the meantime, surround yourself with a group of open-minded and passionate people, so that there's that self-development and that growth that comes with it. And as a result of aligning and collaborating with us and the companies we align with, you can then create financial and time freedom to do the things that you love doing. And do you know what? For you or for anyone else, your why might just be to be a fantastic mother. It might just be to spend more time with your kids at home. It might be to bring your husband home off the mines. It might be to create this amazing business of contribution, or it might just be to have enough money to travel, so that you can travel the world and really experience the world for what it is, and impact people as you go. So whatever it is for you, we're not here to judge, and whatever that number is, or whatever that time freedom number is for you, that's okay. But we want to provide a platform and a system where you can do that too. And to do that, we need, and I guess Russell Brand is a pretty, he epitomizes, the dysfunctional world when he was a drug addict, but he really epitomizes that really spiritual and that conscious world, which is starting to happen. I don't know if you've realized, but there's a lot more conversations happening about, sustainability and ecology and the industrialized world, and, obesity and all these type of things. And he basically says that imagine if we could create a system that serves the planet and the people. And our group, we strongly believe in this. We want to find a way that we can create, a network of people that is ecological and sustainable, and something that serves the planet, and it's a win-win scenario for everybody. So to align with us, you just have to ask questions, and these are the type of people we're looking for, and we really stand by this, and we're quite picky in qualifying people for our group, because we understand that that's the energy that we want to create. So to align with us, you just need to be interested in wellness. So are you health conscious, or do you want to be? Are you authentic, or are you okay being yourself? Or do you want to learn how to be yourself? We don't mind. I know there's a transition. You don't mind having fun or taking life a little bit too seriously, or you're searching to bring more fun back into your life. You're seeking freedom, so time freedom or financial freedom, not just for you, but for others. And that's a really important part, because service and doing it for the service of the masses is the key. It's not about the money. The money is a result of serving people. Passion, do you have a burning desire or that burning why? What is it for you? Are you the mum that just wants to have more time with your family? Are you the husband that wants to get home off the mines? Are you the person that really wants to make an impact in this world? Whatever it is for you, that's okay. But we want to find that, or at least bring it out in you. You're okay with collaborating, and it's not about competition. Everyone's in the same team, and we're all pushing the same direction. And you're okay connecting with people and connecting with yourself first, and really finding a way of doing that as well. So we understand that 80% of people that get involved with us are for the amazing health results and transformations that we get. But what we're looking for with this presentation is the 20% of leaders out there, or people who want to be a leader, and people who want to go out and impact more people. So the ones that want to contribute and really serve the masses. And as a result of doing that, free up your time and your location, so that all of a sudden your money is worth twice as much. And this is what we call the evolved economy. And that's another great YouTube link that you can go and have a look at. So what are we taught? And this is something that I was taught at a young age. This is Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant. And to get a quick overview of this, again, look this up on YouTube. He's a very intelligent man, but he makes it quite simple to understand that, 80 to 90% of people in that top left-hand quadrant, you're trading time for money, you're an employee, you're building someone else's dream. And that's okay, because there's a lot of great businesses out there, but there gets a time where you feel that you want to start investing your time and energy into your own dream and into yourself. And I'm not sure if that resonates with you, but it definitely did with me. So I was an employee for a long time, and then I tried to go into small business, but then I realized that 80% of small businesses failed in the first 5 years, and you have to put a lot of money into it. And you also have to find a way to, learn a lot of the systems and processes. And I couldn't be an investor because I was still trying to make money to be an investor. So I started looking to social enterprise, which was the top right-hand corner. And they're the type of people we're looking for today. So companies out there that are doing it really well and are aligning with what we want to achieve in this world. And what we're doing is we're leveraging each other's networks to find ways that we can impact more people. And we can start creating financial and time freedom by building networks and communities of people that want to do the same thing. So that's what we're looking for. And the reason is like me, a lot of people enjoy their job. And, if your boss asked you, of course, you'd say you love your job. But the realistic nature is that whether it's 75% or more, most people get up to go to a job tomorrow that they don't really want to go to. And I was in a space where I was doing a job that I loved, but I started hating the job I loved just purely because of the time and some other issues that were going on. But 67% of people don't like their job because of the people they work for or the people they work with. Some people are just working a job that they never liked, but they had to do it to create time and financial freedom, just to put food on the table. And then also, there's factors about commuting an hour to work or things like that. So imagine if you could work with whoever you wanted, in a job that you liked, doing things that you love doing, and you could work from anywhere in the world. And I guess that this is just a funny little picture, but a lot of the times when people look into the marketing model that we use, they say it's a pyramid scheme or something like that. But again, have a look at, there's a YouTube link that comes up. It's called Network Marketing Mythbusters. And realistically, when you think about it, the typical, like the top left-hand quadrant, the employee working for someone else, there's someone, you're trading time for money and someone's putting their worth onto you. And I guess the amount of money the company makes is a direct proportion of, whether you get any bonuses or things like that. So imagine if your CEO or the person that you worked with wanted you to succeed more than they had. So that's the type of model that we're creating, where there's an equal opportunity so that anybody can succeed. And that's the important part, because it's just a matter of how much time and energy you put into it as to how far you take this. And again, going back to Robert Kiyosaki, he talks about the richest people in the world, and this is learning and modeling success from the top 2 to 5%. So think of your Donald Trumps, think of your Richard Branson, your Steve Jobs. The richest people in the world, and richness is just abundance of time and finances and resources. They look for and build networks. The other 90% look for work, so they're the employees. And if you want to be financially free, it's not about how much money you can make. It's about how many people you can serve. So if you change your focus from making money to serving more people and creating value for them is the thing that will allow you to receive. And all you have to do in our group and what we do is just help yourself and help the people around you, and just allow yourself to receive. It's as simple as that. Robert G. Allen talks about creating multiple streams of income, and a lot of us, sit there and we work one job and we get stuck in that space for a long time. And even Lisa Nichols, who's she's similar to the Oprah Winfrey story. She grew up in the Bronx, and you can Google her, but she talks about developing several streams of income. And this is from a lady that had nothing, and she doesn't do it to make money. She does it to have more leverage so that she can have greater impact. So whatever way you look at it, it's up to you. But there's 3 industries that you want to look at if you're looking at creating a secondary source of income: the personal development industry, the mobile device application industry, and network marketing industry. And the companies we align with are involved in all 3. The cool thing is you don't need to quit your day job. So this is just a part-time lifestyle business opportunity, where all you have to do is keep doing whatever you're doing. We've got laborers, we've got uni students, we've got health professionals, doctors, naturopaths. We've got a whole range. We've got elderly people, we've got really young people. We've got all types of people involved in our network, and they've just got the same values. We don't care what you look like or what experience you have. It's purely, we just want to align with people who have the same mission. So all you need to do is maintain your weekly cash flow. And just do whatever you need to do to keep your head above water and pay your bills and things like that. And then what we're offering you is this I guess it's a lifestyle business, but just look at it as doing like a 12-month apprenticeship where you get to earn as you learn. And some people have created 6-figure incomes and up to 7-figure incomes in that time. But it's in direct proportion to the amount of energy that you want to put in, and just following simple systems and processes. Even if you just come out of it healthy and happy and you've got this great supportive network, that's cool too. But we want to really find those people who have that burning desire to make an impact in this world. And then, you might find that your secondary source of income overtakes your primary source of income, and you've got time and that dream, that passion, that purpose. It might be contribution, it might be investing or paying off your mum's mortgage, or it might be starting that small business with a positive cash flow. Whatever it is for you, that's fine. We're not here to judge. Everyone's why is different. So we started looking at where does all the money go? So the cool thing to know is that the top 2 industries where revenue income generating streams in the world are network marketing and organic products. That's over the movie industry, video gaming, the music industry. So Justin Bieber, NFL, just think of the Super Bowl. So we align with the top 2 revenue income generating streams in the world, network marketing and organic products. Now, in network marketing, we are part of the company that we aligned and collaborated with, and again, it's because of their integrity and values that align with ours. They're part of the top 40 globally. They're also, when all things are considered, they're actually part of the top 5, and they just happen to be the youngest and fastest growing company as well. And it's because they've created something that is really changing lives. It's also aligned with the next $1 trillion industry. So if you're not aware that there's this industry, there's this sort of perfect storm that's happening, and the next $1 trillion industry is the health and wellness industry. And that's a big part of what we do. There's a wellness revolution. So we're a very health conscious bunch, and we've got all ranges of people who are individually health conscious. We've got from all paradigms of mindset, nutrition, the physical body, spirituality, even work lifestyle balance and sustainability. We've got all types of health professionals and health conscious people in our team. And whatever it is for you, that's fine. But we all collaborate, and we understand that this is the next trend. The vehicle we use is experiencing momentum currently. So it's just hit momentum in the last 1 to 2 years. So if you're ever looking for an opportunity to get involved in one of the youngest and fastest growing trends, it starts to really prick up a couple of ears. And the reason we aligned with these guys is because as a health professional myself, I realize that people are spending a lot of money, but they're not necessarily getting the solution. And the reason I know that is because the number 1 cause of death is obesity, but people are spending $586 billion yearly. And that's not associated with all the other comorbidities and other things as well. But that's how much everyday people are spending on trying to lose weight. But the burden of chronic disease and obesity is actually getting worse. Australia, which started from, and a lot of them from the most isolated city in the world. I can't do it. And you've got these young entrepreneurs under the age of 25 doing it from the most isolated city in the world. Then wherever you're listening from, as long as you've got internet access and a desire to help people, you can do it too. But the interesting fact is that in Australia, we're actually 4th fattest, I think 3rd fattest nation now, and number 1 per capita. People also spending a lot of money in the phys industry. So over $75 billion spent on gyms. And the interesting fact here is in America, I think there was 95% of gym memberships weren't actually used last year. So just think of a time that you bought a membership, or someone you know has bought a membership and has never used it. There's this amazing trend of baby boomers who are now almost like the Dalai Lama quote. They've spent their entire life creating financial freedom for their family, and they're trying to buy back their health, and anti-aging is a really big part of that. And they're spending billions and billions of dollars. But what we realize is that, and I'm not sure if you agree, but the way you look on the outside is more of a representation of how you look on the inside. So we start there, and we help people sort of align with this industry as well. If you're a health professional, or you're a couple, or you're business oriented, or you're a personal trainer just looking for another vehicle or a tool for the belt, then this is something that you can use as well. And I guess that's where I came into this, is seeing it as another tool for the belt, and really look version of health. And more people are stressed about money and weight loss and these type of things than they are about a lot of other things. So if you can find a solution to the primary risk factors for chronic disease, then that's what you have to start looking for when you're looking for a tool. And I guess this is a fairly simple infographic, but obesity is the number 1 cause of death. And I guess associated with that is heart disease and stroke and all the plumbing and everything else getting clogged up and causing these secondary conditions. Uncontrolled cell growth, so cancer and things getting inside our body and stopping our cells from doing what they're meant to doing, or causing them to grow unnaturally is another cause of death. And the other interesting one is that mental disorders and depression is predicted to be the number 1 cause of death in the next 20 or by 2020. So just think that the sort of the mind, the sort of overconsumption of processed and packaged food, clogging up our pipes and our environment, and things that are getting into our body causing uncontrolled cell growth are the things that seem to be driving this chronic disease epidemic. And when you start looking at the facts as well, and this is just a really simple infographic, but out of all the money that's spent on preventable diseases or preventable health, $3 out of every $4 is spent on chronic diseases. So we're spending money on solutions that aren't actually creating a solution, and it becomes this vicious cycle of people spending more money and our government spending more money, but there's no change. So what we want to do is flip that. We want to create a self-empowerment model that creates a solution to those problems, reduces the burden of disease over time, and then all of a sudden we can start investing that money in areas that really matter. For graph, and it is there will be people out there who will take this literally, and there'll be people out there that want to know the stats and the facts. But just have a look at, there's a little article, and it's called Endocrine Disrupting Cells, and it's a systematic review. I think you can get off Google Scholar, and it's from the Endocrine Society, and it just talks about this and how the pollution in the industrialized world is killing us more than disease is, and that's huge. Like the fact that our environment is actually playing a bigger impact on our health than we currently realize. And just think of the analogy of a fish in clean water with clean food, with no predators there chasing it. And that was pretty much what our grandparents were doing. They had clean water, clean food, and they had simple processes. But now we're like in this big tank of slushy green, overpopulated, and really industrialized. The water's really yucky. There's bacteria growing, and it's really, we're in survival mode, not thrival mode. And as a result, our body's starting to the symptoms we're seeing are the result of the world we're living in. Stress is also the #1 most pressing lifestyle risk factor in all areas of the world. So we need a solution for stress. When people say it's not, it really is, because the reason why people get up and go to work tomorrow is often to earn money to survive. And most people are coming out of university with degrees with mortgages that they can't even afford, and they can't even get jobs. So we want to start finding solutions for these people as well, and just find a little bit of financial freedom so that they can have a primary or secondary source of income. We want to really promote the preventative model of health, and that self-empowerment model, because at the moment it's a very passive care model where people are spending a lot of money on medical services, but the burden of chronic disease globally isn't really changing. Of course, there's a lot of amazing things that have changed, but as a whole we can evolve it and do a little bit better again. And I guess a big realization that a lot of our team had was, where the Western medical system is currently going is it's founded on the Hippocratic Oath and doing no harm, and food being the primary source of medicine. And after that, all our technology and stuff comes in, but that's been lost along the way. And I think we just have to sit back and realize that what we're doing isn't working, because, like I said, we've got a passive care model that's been created. There's, healthcare is more of a business than anything. There's an obesity epidemic. The chronic burden of disease is increasing. So we need to change this. We need to collaborate. We need to educate and empower, create informed choice, support each other, and find tools for change in the real world, not just the utopia. So the vehicle that we align with, the Bfree, aligns with all these things: the obesity epidemic, anti-aging, energy and performance, and of course, creating financial freedom. So sustainable weight loss, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of the vehicle and what we do. You can reach out to the team later, but here's just some everyday people in our team. And the point is just to show that, this is one of the solutions. The #1 cause of death is a solution for it. And the secondary issues that this is, similar to that central picture, is issues with the heart and the plumbing and things like that. So if, similar to one of the girls in our team in the top right corner, if she can lose 8 kilos in 30 days, when she didn't think she had any weight to lose, and then have more energy, that's pretty important. But then there's also the people that, really want to shift their weight and start getting their body to function normally again, like you see with the other 4 pictures. Then you can do that too. Energy and performance. So these are some of the guys in our collective, in our local team. And again, the results speak for themselves. There's a lot of people out there looking for these solutions and spending a lot of money in these areas. And, we've got a collaborative network of people that can help you get that. And even in the bottom right-hand corner, one of the guys in our team who actually went from, doing it for weight loss, but now he pushed it to the complete other realm as well. So energy and performance for the ladies is the big one as well. So there's a lot of women out there who just want to have a bit more energy and find a way to be able to be happy jumping up and down in front of the mirror naked, or whatever that is for you. And there's everyday people that are now having access to tools that, even when they didn't think they did it, like one of the girls on our bottom left-hand side, she then got into amateur sort of bodybuilding because it was so easy. So the fact that anybody can do this is really important as well, and it's probably part of the magic. the big edification is the fact that, Olympic athletes and people at the highest level with the most highly scrutinized industry are able to use the systems and processes we're using. And they've actually got trainers who won't train any of the world leading athletes without using these systems and processes. Healthy aging is obviously another big one. So another, there's a couple of crew in our team. Like one of the ladies in our team, Deb, had her 50th, and she really turned her health around, in a matter of a couple of months when she'd been trying everything under the sun. Eric, at the age of 72, he lost 40 plus kilos. So it's good to know that anybody can do this. But also the empowerment, like the fact that one of the young girls in our team is a uni student. She just went back to a local community and impacted her mum and some of her friends, and within a couple of weeks was able to help them lose nearly 25 kilos for the number one cause of death, in a couple of weeks with no previous knowledge or experience, just simply following systems and processes. Obviously, the financial freedom side of things as well. And we've got a great group of young entrepreneurs who are very health conscious. So initially everyone fills their own cup first and they use it for their own health, and then they start empowering other people. Then they start creating this financial and time freedom. And you sit there and go, well, what do I do next? So they start investing in their own dreams and their own passions. And these are just some of the team members that we have in our collective group that are doing amazing things and impacting amazing people in our world. And if you're looking at aligning with a team, you want to start looking at, well, where are they in the greater scheme of things as well. And the fact that 9 out of the top 10 income earners under the age of 25 are part of our team, I think that says a lot, especially when it's in a company that's experiencing, exponential growth, and it's only going to get bigger. If you're a lady and you're thinking, well, I want to find a way to create financial freedom, it's probably good to know and model success that 80% of women who earn over 6 figures every year, they're involved in a network marketing company, and they do it in the cracks of their life, and they just invest a small period of time and energy to really build this business in this industry. And then all they have to do is get on with being a mum, or get on with being, a lady boss, or whatever it is you want to be. So just remember that the company we aligns with all these trends, and it's also in the top 5. And it's also the youngest growing, and it's really changing what marketing is about. It's not doing the same thing that other companies have done. And I understand that some companies have given this industry a bad name, but in 10 to 20 years' time, network marketing will be the franchise model of the future, and it'll usually be a connection of both. So the fact that anybody can do it, the fact that you can do it from anywhere in the world, is more appealing than investing a lot of time and money into something that may or may not work. So that's what we want to offer the people who are listening here. So hopefully you're starting to see the perfect storm. There's this wellness trend of organic products. There's an obesity epidemic, so there's a major solution that a major problem that people are spending a lot of money on. Anti-aging, that baby boomers are spending billions of dollars. Network marketing is a top revenue income generating stream. Aligning with self-development, social enterprise, that top right quadrant that Robert Kiyosaki talked about, and being able to get rewarded for having service and contribution and helping other people just by simply connecting and building networks. I think it's a pretty simple and amazing opportunity, but all you have to do is look at it, and the people we're looking for are people that are just sick and tired of being sick and tired, or people who are sick of being in that same position day in, day out, and they want to step outside their comfort zone and do something different, and they don't really care what other people think or say, and they're willing to really step into their own power and live a life of passion and purpose. And if that's you, then they're the people we're looking for. So before you get involved and reach out to us, just think, and there's a great YouTube link. It's called Network Marketing Mythbusters, and it runs through, if you want to ask yourself these 5 questions. So does a senior management have proven field and experience in building a $1 billion business? Well, yes, ours does. And I'll show you that in a sec. The products, are they visual, consumable, weekly, affordable, emotional? Do they work and have noticeable results? I think you can tell by the results I put up before, just from our local team, that it's having a really big impact. And are people willing to share them, whether they're making money or not? And that's a cool thing, that 80% of people use the process and the system just purely because they work. Are there proven training systems? Yes, there are. And the fact that they're so simple that anyone can duplicate with no experience is really important as well. With a compensation plan for financial freedom, can anyone succeed? I think you'll see in a sec that, yeah, anybody can. We've got labourers, butchers, bricklayers, health professionals, people from all areas and walks of life of all ages doing this. So I think that's a sign as well that you can do it too. Timing and Positioning is a company focused on anti-aging and wellness. Well, it is. It's aligned with the perfect storm. Is it 7 to 10 years of age with no debt? And are the sales in the domestic market still growing? So the company's just hit 13 years, and it did $1 billion of sales in the first 10 years, and it's currently done about $2 billion in the last 3 years. And also the domestic market grew by about 40 to 50%, which is a really big indicator. And if you compare that to any other top companies in the top 5, most of their domestic market sales had declined to the point where it'd be between 5 and 20%. So the fact that ours is around 40 to 50% says a lot as well. The CEO and the guy with the integrity behind this business is simply involved with just helping sure that it gets distributed in the right way with integrity, and it aligns with their mission statement to free the world of physical and financial pain. And I guess you can see why we aligned with them as a group, because they're doing the same thing. So it's good to know that the CEO that we aligned with, this is the current poll as well, is part of the top 8 CEOs globally. So just what if you this opportunity and this group aligned with the perfect storm, ticked all the 5 questions above, was in the top 40 network marketing companies globally, was the youngest and fastest growing, and when compared to all other factors was seen to be in the top 5 as well. What would you do? Would it be something that pricks your ears up, or is it something that isn't for you? And whatever it is, that's fine. But the fact is that the company and the vision and the people that we're collaborating with align with all those boxes. And it's the key thing to know is that it's a word of mouth company, and for it to grow exponentially in the last 3 years through word of mouth, and the fact that 80% of people are using it just to get healthy says a lot as well. So there's a lot of awards and things, but I won't go through that. The cool opportunity is that it's only started in 12 countries and it's registered to go into 88. So if you're part of one of those 12 countries below, you can get your business started straight away. If you're part of the other 66 odd countries, then this would be something that you just put in your back pocket and just keep watching, because as soon as it launches, you could be the first one to take this globally or build locally in your own area and then take it around the world. So we've got great teams in Australia and Canada and Colombia and Hong Kong and the Asian market, which has only just gone into New Zealand, Singapore, and the United States. So what does the company align with do? They do everything. So all the back-end stuff you do as a small business is done for you. So research and development, product licensing, all that stuff that is the headache of a small business is done for you. And what do? You simply get healthy. You eat your overheads. You share and recommend the systems and the processes by creating attraction and curiosity through your results. You don't have to push it on anyone, and that's the amazing thing. We strongly encourage that no one in our team pushes anything on anyone, and you create attraction and curiosity by doing the right thing. And when people ask, it's just a matter of running them through systems and processes so that they too can get the change. Then when you see the business opportunity, because all you have to do is share it with people and help them get the same result, you identify people that you link arms with. And just if you find 10 people that you want to go to work with and travel the world with, find them, find those people, whatever that looks like to you, and just link arms with them and create a community through service. And just know that you're in business by yourself, but you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And you start locally wherever you are in the world, and you can build globally. So what the Bfree team does is we lead through action and example. We're professional tour guides, professional cheerleaders. There's a lot of us in our team that have created 6- and 7-figure incomes, residual incomes, by the way, and are currently living that life and getting out there and contributing and giving back to the world. And all you have to do is feed off their energy and follow their pathways to success and self-develop and get inspired and motivated. Leverage off the network we've created of over 10,000 social entrepreneurs. Just simplify everything so everyone can succeed. It's not about you. It's about keeping things really simple. Put your ego aside and just follow the systems and processes. Super easy. Help people, and we just help you build your own vision and help you be your own leader, and then provide that platform and support network for all of the above. Now, Jimmy the Butcher, just to finish off, is he when people go, how much is it? What do I have to do? And things like that. The fact that he says, when I found there was a business where I could spend a few $100 to get started, eat my overhead, become healthy, similar to those results you saw, fail 90% of the time. So you earn as you learn. Look at it as like a 12-month apprenticeship to begin with, and then become obscenely wealthy. What do you think he said? He said, I can do this. And this is a guy that had no previous experience. So if you want to go quickly, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So we're looking for people who want a community that we have at Bfree, and join this network of people that are doing this in the right way, and doing it with integrity, and really getting some amazing results and creating a legacy. So what we're looking for people like you that are open and coachable. You've got a burning desire to do something more. You're health conscious, or you want to be. You want to start this little part-time lifestyle business. You're okay with having no capped income. All the systems and processes are available. You can work from anywhere in the world, and you get to earn as you learn. And just think to yourself, how much would you invest in this, even just for your health? So 80% of people do it for just your health. So think back to those health results. How much would you invest to create that change? And then look at it and go, well, I can do that and eat my overheads and then start a part-time lifestyle business. No cost in that. But at the end of the day, I think Jimmy the Butcher, he summarizes the fact that you only have to invest a couple $100 in eat your overheads. So there's your answer. So to find out more, what I want you to one of our Bfree agents in our team. And if you want to become a Bfree agent, you can get yourself up on the website. But what we want to do is just reach out to people that you align with, and you get to work with who you want to work with. So, if you're aligned with me, feel free to email me. But at the end of the day, just align with somebody and ask them the question. Just say, I watched the business opportunity. Somehow the information came across my table, or give the person a call who sent this through to you, and just have a chat with them and just say, what, I am interested. What's the next step? How do I get involved, and what do I do? So Richard Branson summarizes this pretty well. And when you look at the top 2 and 5% of people, they just go with their gut feeling, and you can't say the wrong thing to a rational mind. So if somebody offers you an amazing opportunity, but you're not sure if you can do it, just say yes, and then learn how to do it later. And if, like me, it took me 9 months before I really caught the vision and running with this. But if this might just be the point where someone plants the seed for you, and it just sits there, and it sifts away, and you've got an opportunity to be something more and do something more. But the key thing is, with everyone in our group, they all wish they'd started sooner. So a year from now, you'll have wished you started today. So if you've got that, if your heart skipped a beat, or something here has resonated with you, and you want to collaborate with this group and keep doing what you're doing, but have another tool for the belt or another vehicle, then all you have to do is reach out to the team and know that this has come across your desk for a reason. And I look forward to hopefully meeting you one day. And that's it for me. So thanks, and talk to you soon.